Hey everyone, Jeff Horowitz here at SMILECON with the dentists in the know. As always, I'm with my besties, Dr. Jennifer Bell and Dr. Chad Duplantis. Today we have a very special guest with us. He happens to be a president of sales for one of our educational partners, Shofu. For all of you out there, Shofu has been terrific to dentists in the know. They've been a great part of our community. And they're so much more than what all of you may have come to know them as, like polishers. I mean, they've just come such a long way with their resin materials and even some of their newer technologies. So we're going to kind of dive into some of those technologies today. So JB, what would you say has been one of your favorite products from Shofu?
The Eye Special, hands down. So we had struggled with photography in our office for years, you know, with these fancy DSLR cameras, and then you have the turnover with the staff, so you're trying to teach them how to take a really nice photo with this very sophisticated piece of equipment. It was a disaster. Fast forward to discovering the Eye Special. I have to thank Chad actually for turning me on to it. And it's a plug and play. Like, you hand it to your least qualified individual who's never really taken a great photo, and with a few moments of teaching them how to use the touchscreen, they're taking a great clinical photo. And then the black and white feature, I mean, your shade matching when you send the lab
Labs
black
love
and
that.
white photo, the value is so much better. Your first take on a shade try-in is usually so much more predictable. And then we can clean it, we can wipe it down, pass it to the next person. It's been such a great addition to our armamentarium.
And mirror mode.
practice.
Mirror mode is huge.
Yes,
Absolutely.
for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, what do you tell us about? Like, what was the impetus for that product? Because it really took the industry by storm to have something completely dedicated to dentistry.
Well, I mean, at Shofu, we're about solutions, right? And dental photography for so many years had been a problem, where doctors wanted quality pictures, but unfortunately, they were the only ones in the practice who knew how to use those sophisticated camera rigs. So our company took it upon ourselves to make a product that would allow anyone in the practice to take a perfect picture every time. And that's kind of the claim to fame for this product. And we can do that because built into the camera are 9 different modes, each for a different type of picture that you take around the practice on a regular basis. So depending on what you wanted to take the picture, you simply press the button that corresponds to that mode, and the camera does all the settings internally to allow the picture to take it perfectly.
Yeah. And how nice that the whole camera can be wiped down. I mean, I think that's something so huge, and I know it kept me from getting a lot of images in the past where I was taking images in one room with my whole big setup, and I had something in the next room that I wanted for clinical education. It was like, nope, can't do it. Camera's dirty. You know, no one can carry it over. It was just too much of a mess, and we missed so many great pictures. And literally with this, we can train someone in 5 minutes how to take gorgeous, educational quality clinical images. So.
Well, needless to say, COVID kind of reignited everybody's interest in reducing cross-contamination. I mean, we saw a huge bump in sales post-COVID because doctors started to think about when was the last time they disinfected their camera rig, and in many cases the answer was never. And with everybody afraid of you know, these respiratory illnesses, being able to disinfect the camera between patients made a huge difference for them, but also for the patient's perception of being safe within that office. So we saw such a huge bump in sales after COVID. We actually ran through our entire allotment much sooner than we anticipated, and for about the last 8 or 9 months, we didn't even have any eye specials to sell.
Yeah. Great position to be in, but a bad position to be in too, right? So let me talk to you about another product too, because I was actually surprised about a year ago when I learned of your new iCam in helping solve some of these imaging problems that dentists were having. We always get asked when we're on the podium, you know, what are you using for your intraoral imaging, fast intraoral imaging for your comprehensive exams? And what I was surprised to see was that Shofu had come out with this great high quality intraoral camera at an extremely reasonable price, completely plug and play, autofocus. It really solved a lot of problems, and so I'm seeing that as a huge product for a lot of dentists and in really completing that whole imaging component in dental practice.
Well, and we kind of touched on the fact that we consider ourselves really a solutions company. And while we were delivering these eye special cameras over the years, doctors would ask us, well, what do you have for intraoral? And quite honestly, for a while there, we didn't have anything, but we knew we needed to have something eventually. So we were able to come up with this camera, and in Shofu's tradition, we brought it to the market at a very, very fair price that allowed the average doctor to have multiple units in their office, so hygienists can use it, assistants can use it, they could document care, show the patients the picture and help close those cases in some instances, and it was just a logical extension of what we had already done with the eye special.
Awesome.
Gone are the days of the $3,000.
Right.
intraoral
Oh my
camera,
gosh.
which,
What,
to your
what I
point,
spent on it,
and you
I
really
have
think about
I have
it.
an AccuCam cart
Yeah,
still
we
in
do
my
too.
office.
Yep.
So
Yep. So it's really interesting. Here we are talking about being a solutions company, and there's something new that came out from Shofu that I think it's here at
It is
at
absolutely.
the ADA, and I wish we had it with us today, but we're going to talk about it. So, laser. There is a laser that Shofu has come out with, a diode laser, and Jeff and myself are laser people, and I would say that not everybody is going to use a laser on every single patient, but I think that everybody needs a laser in their practice. This is a diode laser, and the footprint of it is just absolutely amazing. It's no more than a curing light, the way that but it's, you know, in contrast to some of the lasers of the past, it's really robust. It's very compact, but it's very robust, and it's very solid. You know, you feel it and you're like, okay, this is something that's gonna last. So I've got to ask you, you know, I get the cameras, I get the intraoral camera, the laser shocks me, but I love it. So what made you all pursue the laser?
Solutions.
Yeah.
You know, good quality dentistry shouldn't be out of reach of the average patient. And in order to do that, we have to make good quality components available to the average doctor. And laser dentistry, it allows for faster healing, you know, all the less pain, all the things that dentistry benefits by having a laser involved in it, but not every dentist can afford $10,000 for a diode laser. So we put together this product. We're bringing it to market for about $3,500.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
three
That's
watts
great.
continuous, 5 watts pulse. So it's got enough power to do any traditional soft tissue procedure, and we're bringing it to market at a price where the dental schools can actually buy them to train students.
I think I spent more than that on my first electrosurge.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know, I had the privilege of sharing this with the national sales meeting of Shofu a couple weeks ago. It was in my hometown, and so we, you know, when the laser came into the office, as we all know, I always tell this story that, you know, a new product comes in the office and you look at your team and you're like, how am I going to tell them that we're going to have this for a short time? Just unbox it, let's use it, let's see. And sometimes you're scared. So I'm like, finally, I'm just like, all right, just rip the Band-Aid off. Here you go. Put the other laser away, put this one out. We're going to try it for a while. And my assistant comes in and says, Dr. Duplanis, we didn't even need to put the other laser away. This thing's so small. Come check it out. It's amazing. And so I went and looked at it, and I'm like, this is really pretty cool. I mean, when I say it's a small footprint, a very, very small footprint. And I'm just amazed at what Shofu's putting out there. So really excited about this. And then the price, you're not going to find a better product for that price point. So, and I mean that when I say it.
Well, thank you for the compliment. And again, we want to do a service for the dental community. We could probably have sold it for more money if we wanted to, but then less people would have access to it, and less patients would be able to experience the benefits of having their work done by a laser. So, you know, we're happy and we're proud to be able to do what we do, and hopefully there's more innovative products coming that'll continue to make good dentistry available to the average dentist.
So Mike, before we close, because we're running a little short on time, I would be remiss if we did not also speak about maybe not the highest tech thing, but to me it really is one of the highest tech things that you do, which are your composites. And I think this is just so overlooked in the marketplace, because you really do have a true bioactive material. And you know, Beautiful Flow Plus X is actually one of the things, like if I could just have a side holster and keep it in my in my side pocket, I use it for so much because now I've got bioactivity on top of a material that comes in different flowable levels, and really there's very few products that'll polish and hold their polish like that material does. And so it's become, you know, kind of my duct tape of dentistry. And I know we're here to talk technology, but your composite materials are beautiful too, and you've put so much work into that. And just want to say thanks for all the great products that you brought forth.
No, we appreciate the kind words, and we'll do our best to continue to innovate and provide solutions for dentistry, and you guys keep saying good things about them.
So we want to thank everybody for watching, listening, and just please take a look into what Shofu has to offer. We certainly are big fans, and I know that you will be too. So thanks, Mike.
Our pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
Mike.
you, buddy.
Mike Gainsburg, President of Sales, North America, South America, and Mars?
Mars.
Mars.
Central
Someday.
America.
Yes,
Someday maybe.
Elon's gonna take him.